is everybody in such fear, and myself included, of Donald Trump being the president? And how do we put people at ease, you know? Because it feels like things are really a wreck. And I know a lot of beautiful people that voted for him, and it's been so confusing to me, Jamie and Griff and Mom and everybody, is I know a lot of beautiful people that I consider beautiful people that voted for him, and it literally, like, gets me disturbed. I want to see what they saw. I want to see what they voted for. I want to understand what hooked them to vote. I don't understand.
Or Griffin said, Mom, you got to look at it as, what was Hillary that repelled them? Because some people just voted for what they said was the lesser evil.
You're right. I didn't even think of that. You're right. I just have never understood how could you let someone's values, even if they said, we can lace America in gold again, and we can do this and that, but yet they talk bad about the reporter that's handicapped, make fun of him right to his face on TV. How can you excuse all that to vote?
Did he do that?
Yes. He imitated a handicapped person, like, bad, Jamie. I won't even redo it. Like, literally, like, mocked him. Yeah.
I laugh because I'm uncomfortable. That's crazy.
Right. But how can you overlook, and I know a lot of beautiful people that voted for him, how can you overlook all that? And what is our lesson as humans to have those two choices for president? Why did that happen, Griff? Like, what's our lesson in all this?
Go ahead. He goes, I got to get up and walk. I'm like, go ahead.
Yeah.
He's going to walk and talk.
Yeah.
He said, I think there are a few things that we can highlight. There's some comfort to be taken that almost half the country did vote for him.
Right.
But it's never comfortable to be in a room that is divided. And he says, this is our opportunity. He goes, I want to call it an opportunity and not a situation.
Absolutely.
We need to step away from, calling it something that we see as in a hole or stuck. It's an opportunity that we get to now look at racism, which is identifying qualities in others you can't associate with. You can't latch onto it.
Right.
I love it. He's like walking around like this.
Right.
You can't. So whether it's the color of his skin, or how a person voted, or how they like to use their money, or how they like to look at equal rights, it's all opinion. But what we're coming down to be a united nation, is setting aside the judgment part of it, coming to the table and saying, I need to listen to them. I need to understand. Yeah. Just like you said right at the beginning, Mom, you're like, I want to understand. I want to know what you saw in him. Because you're admitting you can learn something.
Yeah.
You don't have to approve of it. Learning doesn't mean you approve of shit. It means you understand it. There is a there is a distinction, people. A distinction.
Getting his preacher mode on.
I am not kidding. That was exactly the mimic there. It's so funny. Because he's not normally
like that.
Like that.
He's getting behind the pulpit.
Because I want people to understand that learning and accepting what you learn, that's totally different. You can learn and understand, but not accept it as your ideal. But in not accepting doesn't mean that you have to hate, deny, shun, push away, shame, or judge. It simply means that you can identify what you do not like, and now you get the choice of navigating yourself around that.
Right.
But it doesn't mean that you have to then create your own type of segregation. This is where we spiral down from 1960s. And this is why we're in the position, the opportunity that we're in right now, is that we didn't fully listen, understand, and accept and navigate our own selves. We listened, understood, and created our own segregations. Like, oh yes, you can tell he's a little young. Here we go.
Yeah.
Oh
Amen,
yes,
brother.
He goes, oh yes, I'll let a black person ride the bus with me and come to school with me. He goes, but then We're just looking at the color of the skin.
Right.
And we're just beating that segregation. We're not even touching on that black person was a woman and you'll let a woman ride the bus with you, or that is just a human being that then has the opinion that they're smarter than you. So yes, you'll let a know-it-all ride the bus with you. He says we have to break down not just who they are on the inside, what their belief systems are, what their skin color is,
right.
and what their gender is, and,
right.
and hell, what their sexual preference is. Oh my God, I let a homosexual get on the bus with me. It's like, I don't know what the fuck people are thinking.
Right.
They're just starting to say that, oh, the extreme politically correct, like, oh, yeah. That's weird. You grew up with that. Griff grew up with the politically correct words.
Oh, yes.
Oh my God, that's weird. I didn't grow up with them. I never paused to think. My kids have totally grown up with them.
Yeah, you're not allowed to say certain words.
It's not a male man. It's a male person.
Right. We forget how young Griff is sometimes.
I totally just,
Yeah.
Because his argument is, don't you ever think that this far stretch of politically correct words that just drown the people?
Yes.
And it felt like it took their voice away?
So now we're just busting it wide open.
That's what Trump is doing.
Yes.
That's why he's mimicking people. That's why he's putting them down.
Right.
Dismissing them.
Right. It is true. It's all stuff that we used to, I mean, I never really saw a grown man mimic someone, but as kids, we would say a lot more than is said today. So it's like, woo, to see it. You know what I mean?
Because, Mom, don't you think Trump somehow is our natural rebellion? And I'm not saying, listeners, I'm not saying that he is a rebellion in a negative. Like,
right.
There are rise up causes that allow us to be better people.
Yes.
And so, hello to the sensitive
people. To the sensitive people?
Hello to the sensitive people.
Right.
You know, it's time to recognize it's not about you.
Right.
It's about us.
Exactly.
All of us.
I agree. And maybe it had to have a strong voice like that to see how ridiculous some of the things are.
I think in history, too, that we have to have a strong emotional reaction to make change. And strong emotional reactions aren't necessarily
Did you see all those people marching?
Comfy.
Yeah, they're not comfy. Did you see the march, Griff? Wow. And then since we don't have to be politically correct, Trump's being a crybaby, Griff, about the pictures of the inauguration. His feelings are hurt. That they're trying to compare Obama's inauguration with the pictures of the people, and he's saying, I saw the place was packed. Someone took a back view of the picture. Maybe it was being cleared out. Maybe it's a not accurate picture, but there's like 1 million people less than at Trump's, it looks like, to the human eye. And his feelings are all hurt. And he's coming out publicly and saying it. He's struggling, because he's getting pounded right now. Is there race? Go ahead, Griff, go ahead.
Griffin says, fact we know, there was a lot less people. And he goes, and that's just a fact.
Right.
That doesn't mean shit. I mean, we have live streaming. We have TV coverage.
Right.
You know, look at all the numbers. And Donald is the kind of person who looks at numbers and tit for tats and measurements and comparisons and contrast, which makes him very human, which makes him somebody that not everybody can associate or understand.
You know what's kind of funny is I think, if I'm intuitively correct, he might be represented as a hard shell, but he might be kind of sensitive, I think.
Mom, he's just like a bully.
Right. So bullies are hurting inside, right, Griff? They're sensitive?
Yeah, they're extremely full of great emotion, on the inside, but they don't know how to connect to it. So they do these really offhanded, very forward kind of
bizarre things.
Yeah, bizarre things.
Yeah. And at first, in my humanness, I crossed my arms and became judgmental of his wife, looking at his wife, thinking, I don't know about you. You look so bought and so whatever, I thought, my human judging. And then now I look at her and I think it was kind of cute. She copied Obama's speech, the wife. She must like Obama. And then she does things where I think she's probably a good person. I don't know. Am I wrong?
Griff's like, I have no beef with her.
No. But everybody's joking on the memes. How do you guys say it? Memes? Memes?
The memes?
Yeah, the memes. They're joking about, I just wanted to have a sugar daddy and now I'm the first lady. Like, what did I get myself into?
I haven't seen any of this.
It's so funny. You die laughing. Yeah.
Poor thing. That's not...
No, and there's innocence about her too, Jamie, because she copied Michelle Obama's speech, you know, and that'd be something I would do. Like, how the hell am I the first lady? Okay, I'll just do what she did. You know what I mean? It's kind of, there's an innocence about that. And they went back to where she's from and asked people, and the people in her town said that she was an angel, that she's a real sweet lady. Yeah. So I don't know how she got herself in this situation, but I put something on mine that said, my Instagram that said, somebody was carrying a poster that said, Melania, blink twice if you need help. Like, save her.
He's like, no, she does not need any help.
She'll be fine.
She knows exactly who her man is.
Yeah.
Griff says she knows how to connect to him. She knows how to see his great side. You know, if anything, we are so grateful that she's standing next to him.
Right, right.
So grateful.